She comes out of nowhere. He was cute. He was cute. I literally grabbed Annika. She's like shaking. Anything wrong with Johnny? I was like, okay. I literally not meaning to cry. Okay. Hot take. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to handle that.
Can I just leave her out there?
If I hear one clink of ice, I might lose it. I'm Jenica.
I'm Annika.
And today we are recapping our NYC Summer 2022 trip for you all. So obviously we are not in New York anymore, and that is not only sad for us, but also sad for you because the content has officially stopped from New York. With that being said, we did it again. And we don't mean for this to be a habit. We really don't. We're city girls, okay? We like to tour. We like to get the IG pics.
We like to walk.
We like to walk.
Be busy, basically.
Yes. As you guys know from our very first Georgetown trip, our favorite day of that whole vacation was the day we just literally walked around Georgetown, and pretty much New York City, Manhattan is a giant Georgetown. And we find ourselves, even at the times where we sit down at Washington Square Park or something, like we were genuinely... Are you... I don't have time for this. Honestly, I looked at her this morning and I was like, if we need to put off filming this, we can. Are you so sad?
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of post-vacation sadness, and you know, I feel like that comes with any especially like vacations you've been looking forward to for so long. They happen so fast, and then you have to kind of relish in some sadness. But we're back. We actually, day 3.
I don't know.
Okay, let's get it together really quick. So as you can see, there is some serious post-vacation sadness going on here, and that is okay. That is okay. We just get so caught up in that city. There were literally only 2 times that we like sat down in parks to like catch our breaths, and normally I feel like that's when we would bring the vlog camera up and like catch you guys up, but it still felt so like far apart. I don't know. It's just a really hard place to vlog in, and not because it's like hard to vlog or embarrassing or anything like that. It's just because we're so excited about New York City still, and we're
aware.
You have to be so aware of your surroundings like at all times, that we're just like going and seeing and doing. And
I already have a problem with that, so
yeah.
I don't more on it.
We have like, we still bring the camera out, but there's not a lot of like talking and like explaining that can go on. Anyway, we'll try to get better at it. But on day 3, when we were still trying to figure out like what's going on, like why can't we get together for a vlog? We actually FaceTimed Mimi and Gran in a group and shared my screen and like showed them pictures and like what we were doing. We had so much fun doing that when we got off the phone, Annika was like, why don't we just do that for the vlog? And so that's what we're doing. So we're gonna go through our camera roll, show you guys all the clips that we have, and actually tell you about our trip, our first day. We obviously went to Marc Jacobs and got Annika's little tote bag that she used the whole trip, and she's not stopped using since we got back. And then we had dinner at STK. TBH. I feel like I definitely like 100 times over enjoyed our catch experience. Yeah, there isn't also just a catch that's more like a seafood base. I think it was the one we went to in LA, but Catch Steak in New York, out of the 2, STK and Catch Steak, definitely Catch. Anyway, it was still good, but the vibes at Catch are just unmatched. It was about the same price.
And it might be just because we were outside and it started raining.
Yeah.
But the vibes were just not matching.
Okay, so then we wake up the next morning. Also, we did stay at my friend Shannon's apartment for the first 5 days we were there, I think, and on the 6th day we did get a room because she came in town. But we walked to get juice the next morning. Yeah. We had juice that night at Jones Juice, and Annika just loved it, and she was like, I would love to just start my day with a juice in the morning. So we walked to...
But not only that, they had an amazing chocolate chip muffin, so it was like balanced, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then we just kind of started walking around. For this day, we had planned to walk from Shannon's apartment over to Soho, and then over to Greenwich Village and like Washington Square Park. Over in that area, that's an area that we didn't see last time. We really didn't go into Lower Manhattan last time, so I really wanted most of our focus to be in Lower Manhattan, because one thing about New York, and so many people ask me how I plan, is you can't just like plan to do this over here and then plan to do this in the Lower East Side and then like plan this on this side. Like you kind of have to like cluster your things together. So what I like to do is like put down a map, kind of dot all of the things that I want to do, and then group together the days of what we're gonna do. So we then popped into Washington Square Park. so cute. It was our first time seeing, we've only seen Bryant Park and Central Park.
Yeah.
And so it was just like such a cute, fun, like bustling. Of course, this is our first time in the city in the summer, so it was a totally different vibe than when we went for Christmas. Like it was just so different. I know that like during Christmas we said that we didn't really like smell a New York City smell that people were talking about. Like it smelled honestly like the homesick candle that we have that says New York City, but like we just didn't get the smell this time.
Because it was cold.
This time we got the smell.
Because it was hot.
Because it was so hot. Every single type of metal you can think of, like copper, steel, any titanium, whatever, smells.
Also rats. We did see this.
We did finally see our rats this time, but
2 huge
we
ones.
love it so much.
It's worth it.
Once we got to Washington Square Park, we sat on a bench and just, did we even talk?
No, I said where we're going to go. And then we just
As
sat
soon as we sat
And we
down.
were like, but I did keep seeing the little sweet cream bowls.
We saw the sweet green salad bowls everywhere. Everyone has one. And so finally she looked at me and she was like, I'm just going to have a salad for lunch from Sweet Green. So we started walking until we found one. I was like, I know in the city has probably 1,000, so let's just start finding one. And we literally found one like this. We wanted to be walking most of the day anyway. So we went and had Sweet Green for the first time. It was very
Delicious.
good. I will say, this is, I know people...
Are you about to hit on Sweet Green?
Yeah, and you already know what I'm going to say. I just feel like there could be more options. Annika was like a mega fan immediately. Like she loved every single bite. I loved every single bite too, but I just feel like I did the salad like exactly kind of how I wanted it, and there wasn't much of a variety.
You just said you got the salad exactly how you wanted
Well,
it.
that time, like, but I don't have anything, like, there's nothing else I wanted to add or take away. I was like, okay, well, this is good, but this is only the ingredients that I liked, and it doesn't really, you know what I mean? It was very good,
I was obsessed.
but I just felt like there could be more options. Okay, hot take.
The girls are fighting! No!
There were so many places I obviously wanted to go, but About Coffee, Sweet Green got on that list, and Free People was on the list. Those are my like top because they were gonna be the best of the best because they are in New York City. Free People she actually has it on right now. I found these shirts and they have like long
They're
sides.
very, 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 very comfy.
I love them. I had 3 colors and then I walked in there and I saw the most perfect blue color.
Light blue color.
I immediately grabbed it, but I was looking for the like way home shorts that have like the thick band.
That's
and
what
I didn't see one person in New York wearing those. So I don't know if we're either. I think we're behind.
Usually it takes trends about 6 to 8 months to make it down to Tennessee. So I think the Free People shorts are out.
I think they're out.
So they fit so cute. They weren't in the store either. Like we went to the Free People store thinking like
they'll have so many of this color.
show them the blue, and she's gonna go grab those items.
12 seconds later.
Like this is literally an outfit I would wear right now.
Oh, it's so cute. So
But
cute.
no one had these on.
They've got like the top thick bands. Like it's not a pair of shorts that would look cute on me, but they fit Annika and like so many
the top.
So
It's
cute.
beautiful. And after that, we just stumbled upon NYU. Was it the library?
No, I don't know. I mean, obviously there's like a million buildings in NYU,
Yeah,
but like
but we
it was
stumbled upon
just,
one.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was just really, really cool.
It was very pretty.
Yeah.
And we got a picture as taxi was like going in front
You
of
sure
it.
you don't want to go to college?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then after that, we got About Time Coffee. Anna Hyde literally raves about it. She's one of my favorite influencers, literally ever. She just moved to New York, and that's like obviously my dream. So it's watching her do her dream. This coffee, it's like comes in a can.
So cool.
They make it, but then they put the can top on
Yeah.
it, so you close it and open it when you need it.
It was perfect because we had walked halfway through our like 40-minute walk and to Sweet Green, and then we were like, well, I feel like I need some sort of like afternoon pick me up. So we popped into About Time Coffee, and they fixed it, but then they have this machine where it pops the lid on, and then we were able to just like grab it and finish our walk, and then sit at Hudson Yards and drink the drink. So it was like it worked out perfectly.
Yeah. But they also have like refreshers.
Yeah,
It wasn't
and
just coffee.
There were also not just locations around. Like Annika wanted to go into a physical location since it was our first time, but there were also just little like trolleys
carts,
everywhere. Yeah.
It was
Trolley.
really cute.
Anything from the trolley. I was like, okay. Also, look at this cute new phone case, you guys.
Mine beats it.
So cute. I know, I switched my New York one already. So then, we make it to Hudson Yards. And I will say, we sat outside, like I said, as soon as we got to Hudson Yards. Hudson Yards is like got a vessel that's pretty cool to look at. And then, what? And then there's like a mall, and then there's like the waterfront. So like there's a lot going on at Hudson Yards. And I thought that it would be maybe a time for us to like pop in, do some shopping, find a restaurant for dinner, and then we were gonna bike home from that. And it was just interesting like the mall.
I don't want to say it was a letdown.
Yeah, I do not want to say that it was a letdown. Because I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I saw it, and I'm glad I got it out of the way. And I feel like if there's like those little concerts that were like setting up there, like I'd go back to something like that. But like other than that, I think that I'm good on Hudson Yards. It's like, it also used to be open, and it's not anymore for some unfortunate reasons, but it's not open anymore, so you can't be interactive with it, which is fine, like whatever. But the mall, like I thought
it was not.
I feel like I wanted like normal stores in a mall that like we don't see, you know, here, and
it's literally just like the Green Hills Mall.
But it also like did not look at all like it did online.
No, it looked so open and light.
Like I felt like it was gonna be a really big, and I think it was like 5 stories, and we only made it around like 3, and before we were like,
what is this?
Can we kind of get out of here? So then we took our walk a little bit. We started wanting to go back down towards Soho, and so we start wrapping around to Little Island, and I wanted to do some sort of pier, like dinner or something. I wanted to go do some sort of like activity on a pier, and Annika like wasn't understanding what that was about.
Yeah, I wasn't getting it.
And there's nothing.
Thoughts.
Yeah, and there's nothing that I could have like compared. I was just like, you need to understand that going to one of these things is like kind of like an activity, and yeah, 2 + 2 was not equaling 4 for this girl that day. So I was like, I'm telling you, we're going to Little Island and we're gonna have a good time. So we go. It's so cool. Little Island is like a...
Are you gonna talk about our dinner?
What dinner?
The little building.
Little building?
The Mexican.
Oh my god, that was so good!
How did you forget about that?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, tell us.
So, we found this restaurant. I was like, oh, this one looks good. And it had good reviews, whatever. And we did stop at a Starbucks Reserve on the way, and we got a cold brew float.
Oh my god, that was so fun. Why did I forget all this stuff? Yes, so we stopped at the Starbucks Reserve, and we like wanted to kind of go in there and get a treat, because the reserves, I've never been in one, Annika has before. The Starbucks Reserves have a totally different menu. Like drink-wise, you can do like espresso martinis, like they have alcoholic drinks, they have floats.
They have full
They had coffee.
meals.
Yeah, but then they also have like so much food, and so much food that's not on their normal menu. So we both got, I had a frozen black tea, which was so good. It had like some lemon in it. It was perfect for that hot summer day. And
I got the cold brew float, so it's ice cream and cold brew, and then I also got a cannoli.
I think we need to stop and go back to the cold brew float. It was a cold brew, like their cold brew with a huge chunk of ice cream, and so as the chunk starts like melting, the drink just got creamier.
Yeah. So that night did check out.
Yes.
So that was pretty good. But then we headed over to, what was it called? Okay, it was called Dos Caminos. It's like a little building in between 2 roads, so there's so much going on everywhere.
We can't figure out what to call those little areas of New York. Like there's several in like the Flatiron District, and where the road comes to like 5 points, and so there's
like
lots of
slivers
sidewalks.
Yeah.
So you've got like almost little like table and chair situations for anybody, but also restaurants can use them. Like it's another like good place to go grab lunch and stuff.
Yeah, it was so cute. There was just so much to watch, and then this like live band came up and started dancing.
Hilarious.
It was so fun.
I mean, we didn't really even talk that much there either, because we're just like watching the whole entire time, because there's so much going on at all times. So then we leave the Mexican restaurant, which was literally so good, and then we go to Little Island.
Little Island was not, I was not getting the vibes. I got the vibes now.
Yes,
the vibes are now there.
So now Little Island is not only like a type of pier. There's so many piers. Like there's piers all around the island of Manhattan, and each of them have different things, wineries, whatever. So this one is like an architecture
Literally just like an island made out of so many different pieces.
There's loops of sidewalks everywhere. There's ice cream set up. There were drag shows going on. Like it was just so much fun. It was so much fun, and it was so freaking hot. But like you're walking till you got a little bit of a breeze, and you know I took my fan. Everybody there was going there to have an enjoyable time, and so it was just a very fun.
It was just so fun.
We sat in the grass with no blanket or anything, just like laid out for a second, and I got a popsicle, which was so cute. Even after Little Island, we came back and sat on some like benches for just a minute, and just sat and then looked back at the island, because it really was just so pretty, and the sun was setting, and we then decided
it was time to do some bikes.
It was time to do some bikes. We are bikers. So we were biker girls. When we used to live in Florence, we used to bike every single day, everywhere. Like we biked miles, and that's all that we had to do. Like I didn't have any money, or like we didn't have a yard, so like all we could do.
It was just like a small town.
Yeah, all we could do was, and we'd go, because our campus had like lions on the campus, like live lions. So we'd bike to the lions, and we'd bike to the riverfront. We'd bike to like all these playgrounds. So we've just like not biked in a really, really long time. Okay, sorry, AJ had to blow her nose. We came back, we both did COVID tests as soon as we got home, just before we started going back out into the world here. And they were both negative, but we both definitely had some sort of like sinusy. And I don't know if it's just being back here in this humidity and these Tennessee allergies are different kind of allergies. But she's had nosebleeds and everything. Anyway, it's been rough. So, back to, oh my god, our city bike experience. Okay, so this is so fun. This is because I did some research, so I'm like, I don't even know how to like be a pedestrian walking in New York City, much less like trying to navigate riding a bike in this city, and I've not gotten on a bike in 5 years, so what am I think I'm doing? But the West Side Highway has like a bike road. Yeah. I mean like lanes and everything. So we felt very, very, very safe, and we got right on Little Island, and we were just pretty much going, a straight shot down towards Soho. So we had such a good time, and we passed. Tell about all of them.
It must have been like a biking group.
It had to be.
But
it wasn't like
hundreds.
it wasn't like a race or anything, but it was like probably a group of people that just love going bike riding together. And we're like on one side of the thing, and they're all passing, they're like waving at us. Everybody's having the best time.
Just like, ah.
It was really fun. And then, so with city bikes, you rent them from wherever. You have an app on your phone, unlocks, you like pay by mile or hourly, or
it's like an unlock fee, and then after 30 minutes, it's something per.
Yeah, I mean, I think we ended up paying like $2 each or something, like not much. But we made it back to the closest city bike return to where we needed to go, the dock, and there were no bikes. And so the other ones were kind of close, but not really. And I was like, we've got 2, and none of the other spots were showing 2. So I was like, we're gonna have to get rid of one, so let's just stand here for a second and get one. Somebody comes up, grabs a bike, Annika goes to dock, and I'm like,
oh, perfect.
Well, then we see a guy coming across the street to get, he's definitely coming straight to the bike. So I go to start getting mine back because I'm on the sidewalk, and this girl out of nowhere. She comes out of nowhere. He pulls the bike out, and she goes and she stands, locks her arms, and goes
in front of the dock, so we can't dock.
And so we're just like,
and then her boyfriend just comes.
Then her boyfriend comes out of nowhere too and docks his bike, and we were just like, y'all have a good one.
It was insane. She was like,
so then we did have to stay there for 15 more minutes. We're sweating, crying. We're like, we just need to get home. But it was truly so much fun. And then of course it was a running joke. Now every city bike dock that we passed had 15 open every single time. We just must have gone the wrong time. Anyway, so go to bed, wake up. The next morning we have the most peaceful, beautiful morning. I did have some time to myself before Annika woke up. I woke up so strangely.
So early?
I was waking up strangely early in New York. For some reason, the Nashville to New York time difference is 1 hour, and it throws me off more than going to LA, the West Coast. It throws me off so much, and I don't know. It's literally 1 hour. And for my time in the corporate world, we worked off of Eastern time, so I shouldn't have issues.
Yeah.
But I would wake up so freaking early. Anyway, we had just such a relaxing morning. Shannon's rooftop situation.
It's so beautiful.
It was so beautiful, and because it wasn't a hotel, it's not like guests were wanting to go get that rooftop, spots and things. It was so high up that you can't even hear the city. It was so peaceful. Then we went back and got ready, and this time we wanted to see a Broadway show. Broadway shows are either at a 1 p.m. matinee or 7 p.m. and I didn't want to waste 3 hours at the hour of 7 p.m. when the sun was going down to 8:30, and that was the cool time of the day. So we bumped up and we did a matinee.
Snack haul. Popcorn, gummy bears, fruit tray, and M&Ms. This is a long, so this is definitely gonna suffice.
So I feel as a Harry Potter fan, that is on the list of things
that's
you
just
should do.
If you're a Harry Potter fan, that's what you do.
You go see the Broadway show. Right. I did try to read The Cursed Child when it came out in book form, but I just couldn't do it. And so I really had no idea what it was about.
No idea.
I had no idea the storyline, and I, as a day one fan, truly do feel like the storyline was perfect.
It matched up to what it
would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So essentially the storyline is about Harry's firstborn son, Albus Severus. That's his name, right?
So.
Albus Severus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It
It
was
was
just
good.
a really
It was
well
good.
done. Yeah, it was really well done. The do you call them actors, performers, stars?
All of the above.
The Broadway artists, I guess, were so good. They were so good. It was such a different vibe than Moulin Rouge, obviously. So it was very cool to be like in there with the crowd. I will say, Voldemort did make an appearance, and we had aisle
From
seats
the
right
side.
in the middle. Okay, we had like middle aisle seats, kind of like halfway through the theater. And the special effects through this whole play was, I mean, it was how the wands would spew things out,
And,
like the things would go
fire.
flying, suitcases would like flap in the air, brooms were so cool. Like it was just really,
It
really
was-
well done. Dementors flew like through the audience from the ceiling, wild.
It was
But
crazy.
Voldemort comes off the steps of the stage and starts coming right down the middle of the aisle, and I'm like, this is it.
God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
I literally grabbed Annika.
She's like shaking. I was like, "Are you okay?"
And his like cloak like swoops over me, and I'm not kidding you guys, I got chills over my whole body. I was like, oh my god, I've been touched, but he must not be nice. It was just really, really, really cool.
Also, it was so funny to watch as Weasley,
Oh.
knowing how Weasley is, and watching that Weasley.
It was
exactly
cute.
the same.
Right, yeah.
Like,
And then watching like Moaning Myrtle has a huge like scene in it, and she just acts just like Myrtle. Like it's just so fun.
insane.
It's just so fun. Okay, so after the Broadway play, since we were in Midtown again, we went up even more north to the Met,
Oh,
and we went to the freaking Met, baby. I mean, the fashion part for me and like the art were my two things that I was most excited about. But I did not realize the extent of just actual artifacts
it's huge.
in there. Oh, we covered about 1/3 of the Met. Like we could go back to the Met 3 more times and still probably not see all of it. Like it,
I mean,
you would need
and
8
we didn't
hours.
have a map either.
We had plenty of, I think we had like 4 hours before we
Yeah.
had our next like reservation. And we took our time through it and just walked through and kind of like, it was hard to kind of navigate, but
Yeah.
we didn't let it overwhelm us. Like we were just like, let's just
Enjoying
see what
it.
we could see. Once we realized how big it was, we were like, there's no way we're going to see all this today anyway. So like, let's focus on these areas. It was just so cool to see Anna Wintour's like Vogue part of
Yeah.
the Met and like the Met Gala, the Fashion Institute part of it, because it was just seeing that high couture and like that high of fashion in person is just, I love fashion. I love the history of fashion. I love like,
Hi, Tuna.
oh, hi. And so I felt like it was just a really good, rare opportunity to actually see some of these pieces in person. And it was so beautiful, so inspiring to be there. And also, what's that like painting of the guys going across the Delaware River?
I don't know.
It's some like American painting that I don't know anything about, but it's like in every single history book ever. We saw that.
It's huge.
The scale of that painting
It's not communicated.
I did not
It's
even
bigger
come
than
up
a
to.
movie theater screen.
Oh yeah. I would say that it's
Yeah.
about the same size as a movie theater screen.
Yeah, that's the closest.
Is that us
comparison I
being
can get.
totally off?
It
Could be.
could be.
Okay, it could be, but it's huge. Okay, so from the Met, when we left, I snapped this photo of Annika, and it's one of my favorite photos of her ever to ever exist. How cute is this? How cute is this? Okay, so once we left the Met is right at Central Park. We had reservations at Central Park Boathouse, which is a place that I have had on my New York bucket list for a while, and so we decided to leave the Met a little bit earlier so we'd have time to like sit in the park for like 45 minutes, and we did just that. We went to Central Park and we sat down, and
Just
the next
watched.
day, I was like, we had such a beautiful time at Central Park. Let me look at what pictures I took there.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one. We FaceTimed Amy for a little bit, but otherwise we just sat there and we like talked for
so
long.
And we just watched everything.
We just watched everything. There was dogs playing. We were just like,
this one dog was trying to get a squirrel. It was hilarious.
oh, and everybody was cheering him on.
It was so cute.
It was just so cute. And then we walked to Central Park Boathouse, and it was so fun. I wanted to be there at sunset. It's on a pond in Central Park, and they've got the little rowers that people can like row out there.
It was literally like a picture.
You could see the skyscrapers. It was such a cool experience. The crab cakes there.
Oh my god, the crab cakes. So good.
So good. So, after we left Central Park Boathouse, we got ice cream.
Should we tell them about ice cream
I
boy?
think-
I don't even know.
He was cute.
He was cute. It was definitely a
Annika, when we went to New York, she said, I think I'm gonna find a New York boy. And I was like, no.
It was just a high hope, you know? It was a high hope.
Okay.
The ice cream boys, they had a little vibe.
Yeah, they made a little joke while I was like doing something on my ball, and they like kind of looked at each other.
This sounds so loser.
It was it was a meet cute moment, and I was like,
Yeah,
Annika,
it
go back and get us like Snapchat or whatever it is y'all do these days. And she was like, no, can we go home? And I was like, all right, cool. So we left.
Well, the ice cream was delicious.
Then we wake up the next morning. Annika usually gives me free reign for planning and organizing and things. But one thing that she found on Instagram and she wanted to go to was a brunch place called Magic Hour. So it is a 21 and up like club pretty much at all times except for Saturday and Sundays from 11 to 2. So we had reservations at 11 and I was like, let's get in there and get out before it gets too crazy.
Let me just give y'all a warning though. They do check your bags.
Oh
so
yeah, so your tote that you like bring down.
You
like,
can't take it, and you can't take like professional cameras, whatever. You could not take her fan.
yeah, so I was a little
So-
panicked. And we're on a rooftop.
It was too much. We needed the fan, but we couldn't go back down and get it because you gotta go up this
It's
whole elevator
so
system.
hot. And also like there was some tables that like weren't even able to be used because people would go and get sat at them, and then if they were in the direct sun, they would have to get up. And it was so hot. But we were in the shaded spot, and once we kind of got sat down, it was fine. But it was very pretty.
So pretty.
It's such a cute little brunch place, I will say. We sat by the cutest little girls. Like I was like, if y'all take pictures of us, we'll take pictures of you. So it was like good vibes. It was only like
food that I had too.
the food was great. They served cotton candy as an appetizer.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had this like crispy chicken sandwich.
Oh my god, the fries. The fries were so
They were
good.
so good.
It was very kind of chaotic, honestly, because there were just so many people like coming in, like getting excited, wanting to take pictures, and we were like right where like everybody was wanting to take pictures, and we loved it.
It was so cute.
Yeah. And you got the most beautiful view of the Empire State Building from there, so we were very happy with it.
Also, the Empire State Building kind of looks like all the other buildings.
There's a couple that kind of look like it. I feel like we need to go to like the bottom of the Empire State Building, look up at it, maybe go to the top, and then we'll get the hype.
Maybe.
When we went to that summit, we went to Summit 1 Vanderbilt, which is last
Insane.
time, which is one of the ones where you can like have an unobstructed view, is that how you say it? Of the city. It's beautiful, it was wonderful. So like for like skyline views, it's like pretty, that one, I mean, we 100 out of 10 recommend Summit if you're wanting to do some sort of, what is that called? Like when you're up at the top of something?
Observatory.
Observatory, yeah, look at you. Okay, so we leave and we go to Steve Madden and then Lululemon. Tell them about that.
So I've been basically forced by Mimi and Mom to get a pair of sandals. I don't own a pair of sandals. I don't really necessarily like the way they fit on me.
She'll have on the cutest outfit, and then she like, and I'm #1 fan of a sundress with like sneakers, cute sneakers, but she has no form of shoes that match the vibe when you want to be like cutesy, or when you need to go to like a dinner, or when you need to have like a banquet with a little slide shoe. She had nothing like that. She had one clear pair of heels that she would wear for like weddings and stuff, and then Jordans.
There's just no in between for me. It's one or the other.
We left Magic Hour, we walked like 2 blocks, and I see a Steve Madden and I just pushed her in.
Yes.
I was just like, we're going in here and you're going to pick out a pair of shoes right now.
So I picked out these.
These are so cute, you guys. I'll try to link them below. They run kind of small though.
Yeah.
Annika's usually an 8 and she had to get a 9.
9.
But look how cute they are.
Very cute.
She's
I love them.
not taking them off.
They're very comfortable, and I wore them after the pool, so they're waterproof too. But they were on sale, on clearance.
Yeah,
so
they
maybe
were on sale.
they might not be on the website. And then one of my other must-dos was go to the Lululemon on 5th Avenue, because you can buy anything there, and they can heat press the New York City skyline on anything.
How cute. So anything that you, like even tanks or hoodies or sweatshirts or whatever,
It's a
that
bit
you have
random.
to buy, like it
It's
all,
like $10 more too.
right, but it has to be a Lululemon item you have to buy there, and then you add it on for $10. But I feel like that's like a very good, I mean, like look how cute that is.
So cute.
How cute. And then on the very corner down here it says NYC. Okay, so then from Lululemon, we wanted to go sit in Central Park for just like 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
We just wanted to sit there for a little bit longer, so we did go back, and we ended up staying there for like an hour, honestly. And then we called a cab back to the apartment and had hibachi on the roof.
I mean,
It was just iconic.
It was
of
one
us.
of those
It was dark.
So I need
just the
hibachi
sky.
right now.
Do we need hibachi right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like, it was so iconic. It was the
so
full skyline, and that's one of the only times we saw it at night, because we usually were zonked by the end of the day.
Exhausted.
But that's why we wanted to make sure to have a day where we could spend the night up there for a little bit, just to take it all in. So then we woke up the next morning, and Shannon got in town.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yes, but before she got in town, we went to breakfast first, and we found the cutest little breakfast spot. We wanted to like get up kind of early because she was gonna land at like right when we needed to be checking in the hotel. So we wanted to like get up early, have breakfast, maybe shop around for a second, come back, get all of our stuff, go to the hotel. So that's exactly what we did. And the breakfast spot, it was great off.
Yeah.
The great off, it was so
It was so good.
good. It was so good.
It felt homey too.
Homey, like fulfilling, very, very good. After breakfast, directly after breakfast, we went straight to get our nails done. It's open toe season.
Yeah. I got sandals now, so
Yeah, and it was just not a good situation happening at our feet. And so I texted Shannon and I was like, I need a pedicure place. And she was like, girl, do I have the one? Okay, I don't know how to say this, so I'm gonna put it across the screen here, but we went and we had a pedicure.
it was beyond immaculate. I mean,
Those women,
they knew what they were doing.
they knew what they were doing. I kept being like, I mean, this is more than what I'm paying for.
No, yeah, it was.
This is more than what I'm paying for.
You could like pick from 4 different options.
Yeah, there was an
Lavender,
olive oil, lavender,
green tea,
and
citrus.
they did the hot stones, and they were so nice.
They were so
nice.
nice.
I mean, like that probably is going to be something that we do every
Every
time we go to New York now, like regardless of the season, because it was just such a pleasurable experience, and it was like a hole in the wall nail joint. Like it was just
So good.
so good. Highly recommend. Okay, so then we came back to Shannon's, and it was the most beautiful rain. Like it hadn't rained, like it had been kind of muggy a couple of the days, but it hadn't fully rained the whole time we were there yet.
And if you
It
haven't
was
seen her
just-
apartment, the window is like slanted,
You
so
guys-
all the rain droplets are going down.
Because it's a floor to ceiling window and it's totally slanted, so the rain is just like pouring. I mean, it was just so peaceful. So we just sat there. We sat on the couch. I was like, let's go ahead and do our makeup for the day, because this shower, it was supposed to just be like a summer shower, so over in like an hour. And so we went ahead and sat down and did our makeup, went and checked into our hotel. I didn't book our hotel until literally the night before, because I was like, I don't know what we're going to be wanting to do. At that point, we would have been in New York for 5 days.
We
like
almost,
we
because we were like, it's only one night.
we almost went to Hamptons. What were you going to say?
They almost stayed at the plaza.
We almost said the plaza, but the plaza seemed kind of losery, to be honest.
Unless you go like expensive, it's kind of losery.
I love hotels. Like, I love staying in a hotel. I think they're so cute, and there's so many fun hotels. Like, there's just no need for the same prices anywhere else. Like, it's just so fun staying in hotels. So I hadn't booked anything for us, because I was like, what if I wanted to do like an Airbnb type thing in a brownstone home, which is one of the ones with the like stoops, or what if we want to
There's
stay
just
somewhere
so
at
many
Central
options.
Park? Like, what if we want to go over to Brooklyn? Like, we just didn't book a hotel because we were only gonna have to book it for one night, and we didn't know what our vibe was gonna be by day 5. So
But vibes were Soho.
vibes were Soho. We love Soho.
Love Soho.
We just stayed at the Arlo, and since it was only one night, and it was the night before, the prices weren't crazy.
They weren't bad.
And I upgraded us to a freaking terrace. So we had a
full-on
terrace. It was just twin beds, so like that, I mean,
I mean, it was
that's all we needed. Like, it was 2 twin beds, and it was all pretty open. Like, I don't know if you could stay there with a
crammed in
significant
there.
other,
No, I
but like a
wouldn't recommend it.
bestie, you could.
The bathrooms are just very open.
Bathrooms are very, very open. But also there was a shower outside. We also had a view. It was very, very cute.
But the view was kind of blocked by this huge sign that said dog pound. So so.
But also, the Arlo staff was just like wonderful. The hotel itself was like, it's the first time I've ever been in Arlo, and it was very, very cute. I don't know what like the normal prices are of it, but we were able to get like such a freaking good deal, and we had the best time. Okay, so then once Shannon got into town, she came over to our hotel. She had to get some content, so I helped her. And then there was a cutie little restaurant we kept passing the whole week called Lola's Tavern.
Yeah, Lola's.
Annika and I kept being like, should we go? Like, should we not? And then Shannon suggested it, and we were like, we've actually been looking at that all week. Like, let's do it.
It was
I
really
mean,
good.
it was so good. It was so good.
What
I
was
got like an eggplant ravioli or something.
You got?
With Beyond Meat. Like, it was so vegetarian options sometimes don't reflect, like, even when you're like at a place that's, you know, knows what they're doing. Sometimes the vegetarian options are just like, you're like,
You throw this together. What are you doing with this?
this you couldn't even tell it was vegetarian. Like, it was so good. What'd you end up getting? A fish?
No.
No, Shannon got fish.
I'm in New York strip.
She got the strip. We had such a good night, and then we came back to Shannon's place, and we all just sat up on the roof again because it was just so fun, and we got some pictures.
Oh, they're so
They're so cute. Okay. Then we woke up the next morning, and Annika had a full breakdown leaving. Yeah, I could tell I was not getting good. I could tell on day like 3, like, oh, this is going by too fast. I want to stay here longer. And this time we couldn't extend our trip because Annika did have to get back. But we would
If we could have, we would have.
But we woke up and we had every intent. We were going to film this in the hotel room, have such a good little fun thing.
I
and
was
we
unstable.
just, she woke up this morning, that morning, she was just like, and I was like, are we not going to be able to film? And she was like, well, because when she's going through things, I try to not be like, what in the world was this girl doing? I try to be like, what was 16-year-old Jennica stressing out about? And
Much different things.
well, much different things, but also once you kind of realize what you want to do after high school, like once I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to UNA for college.
Yeah.
All I could think about was UNA. I wanted all shirts. I wanted like I wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I wanted to be at the football games. I wanted to be at the campus. I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there. I think you're associating that with your next part of life, and also with you turning 16, that was huge too. So just like your emotions were high. No. You can get our I'm Not Crying merch, shop link in bio. I have in the description below. We still have it. Annica's famous I'm Not Crying. Are you really?
Yeah.
What about?
I just love it.
That city, you guys, and I feel like it's one of those things where it's like the girls that get it. That city just truly
changes.
There's so much inspiration and everything, and it's like I do want to put my feet on the ground every morning and go and do and get done every single time I'm there. Especially in today's climate, I feel like there are not a lot of places that bring joy and inspiration to people. And with New York being so many different kinds of people and cultures just walking around on the same streets, smiling at each other, like it really is, it's just an incredible place. Yeah. We love it.
I love it.
We love it. So, that was our New York trip. That was our New York trip. I really do apologize. I know that some people are going to take this as like a half-assed type version, but
we tried so hard.
We did try so hard, and we
so hard. And every day we'd be like, okay, we're going to do it right.
Let's get that intro, and then let's go. And then we would just get out there, and I'd start taking clips, and it just never felt as authentic as we try to stay. So
we knew this at the end of the day would be more authentic because we would get to explain it so much and tell at the end how we felt, and it just would be. What are you looking at?
So yes, so we hope you enjoyed this video, and sorry it was all over the place, sorry it was crazy, sorry it was emotional.
So many times.
We have been emotional. Just I think honestly with just like the big, and we took a little tiny like 5-day break from hosting, just because we traveling, getting back, Annika turning 16, Annika getting the license.
Starting my channel.
Yeah, starting our channel, which linked down below, but we cannot wait to take you back to New York with us.
We're gonna do it next time.
And we're gonna, y'all can bully us if not.
Yeah.
This time, please give us some slack.
Next
we also, oh, another thing, we went viral on TikTok and Instagram, and we're absolutely slaughtered. In the DMs and the comments. So that also took a little bit of our mental health while we were in New York,
I mean,
and we
it was
couldn't.
Awful.
I couldn't look at my phone for a while, but.
I mean, people are so mean.
People were so mean. Anyway, we hope you have the best day in the world, and thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you next time. Bye!